Hey Wealthy Hustler, I'm going to show you how to make a bulletproof campaign with MailChimp and OneSignal. But first of all, we're going to talk about OneSignal. If you would like to see the MailChimp tutorial, you can do so by clicking here. So, let's get started. Push notifications are the future, guys. Honestly, I was looking at a huge article here, this email statistics article, and it just shows the average open rate, right? So like 20% we can say is the max, right? So 20% of the people will actually open it. But get this, out of those 20%, like 3% of those people will click your link. Look right, what's the highest here? For hobbies is 5%, because that's something that they like doing. That ain't no way to get traffic, guys. Let's do some math here. So if we have 1,000 viewers and we send an email to 1,000 viewers, according to this, it was saying like around 10%. I don't know why I think I got 15%. That's about good. We can make this 200. Who cares? It'll still be low. So 20% of 1,000 is equal to 200%. And of those 200 people, get this, you get 2% of those people clicking your link. Woo, right? 200 or 2% of 200. Let me just do some math. It's like 3 in the morning right now, but 200 times 0.02. Okay, 4 people. You got 4 people. After all that work, you got 4 people clicking your link. So what can we do to innovate this? What can we do to scale your marketing? Because you want to reach out to your subscribers. Guys, email is something of the past, but it's something that you should still implement. So I'm going to teach you how to implement OneSignal and MailChimp within your marketing campaign, if it's a newsletter or what. And a big example of that is I just completed a cryptocurrency article. You can find it. I'll put the link in the description. But it's this article over Bitcoin, and it's just the drama that has happened with it. The market cap going from 163 billion to 118. It's just craziness. So I want to let my people know this. This is really good news to know, right? So what we can do is I can go to OneSignal, and as we build our subscriber base, we can start to market to these people who like news. And what I did is I made a segment of people who subscribe on the news section. And then I can market to the people who subscribed on the news. So that tells me that they might like a little news. So I'm getting ahead of myself, but seriously, would you rather click on an email, or would you rather click on something like this popping up on your phone? You want to stand out. You want to be a marketer. You want to be a wealthy hustler. Always, always, always stand out. Another thing is there's just a bunch of things that you can go wrong with anything at first. So on OneSignal, you can kind of see I wasn't so good. I mean, this is like my best one so far. Get this. I got a 30% click-through rate. Now there's no such thing as an open rate for OneSignal. So this is literally 30% of 116 at that time. 30%, guys. So out of 100 people, I got 30 people. That right there already blows just this open rate from emails out of the water here. And we don't have to worry about click, because that is a click. That is their open. There is no such thing as open because it pops up. That's why this is such a great thing to utilize. Let's say if we have 1,000 people, according to this, you can see, I mean, I barely even tried on getting these people to, I mean, I just made a random push notification. I didn't really optimize this push notification like I've started. It's just really awesome how like 30% of people clicked. And I really tried not like nothing at all. So 30% of 1,000 is 300 people. So boom, I'd get 300 people if I had 1,000 subscribers, and I got a 30% click rate. And we don't have to worry about this, like I said. So we got 300 clicks, guys. Now let's do the math here. Let's take 4 and let's compare it to 300. That's quite a bit of a difference. I mean, it's like, I don't know how much of a difference that is. Let me do calculator. 75 times of a difference. So we're getting 75 times of an impact more. So wouldn't you say that you would want OneSignal? And the greatest thing about OneSignal is I'm not trying to sell you on anything. This stuff is absolutely free. So take advantage of this opportunity, guys, and implement push notifications. There's a lot of things that can go wrong with OneSignal, though. At first, you might not get it, and I'm here to show you how to set up your OneSignal campaign. So you can see here, like, oh, I did a SERP Watch review. This didn't get that much reach, and you can see what, like, the stats and stuff, what I did. So here's the things that I did wrong. Here's the things that you shouldn't do. I sent these all at a specific time. This was around my break, and I sent this at 6:45 a.m. Do you guys think a lot of people are going to be on at 6:45 a.m.? So here's what you should actually do. You should go to your Facebook, and you should go to your page. Go over to Insights. Oh, I got some messages to respond to. And I believe you're going to go to Posts. Yep. This shows you your post reach for Facebook. So this is a great insight tool to show you when your audience is active, guys. So when the people are on the most. And you can see here about 9 a.m. on... Oh yeah, you can sort from different days. So let's say on Saturday, I want to set up a campaign for tomorrow. And we can see from here that right here is our peak time. So we want to try and be within this time frame. And that's the morning. That makes sense. But see, at 6, I was doing it wrong. Because I was like at 50 people maybe active compared to 60. You always want more. So it'd be a good idea for us to start around the 8 o'clock area, or no, not so much over here because this is when everyone's doing stuff on the weekend. But you can see the difference within the weekdays and the weekends. So you're going to have a high peak probably right around here. And you're going to have a high peak right around here, the morning and the night. When people aren't doing stuff, they're doing stuff around this time frame. So yeah, I was doing it wrong. And this is when they're sleeping. So don't make the mistake I did. So you can either target the specific time, or you can do it at an optimized time, which is awesome too. I personally have better luck with making it at the time that I find best. And don't limit yourself to Facebook Insights. You can find some data on Google Analytics and stuff. Just find out when the people are most active on your site, right? It's not that hard. So that's one thing that I did wrong, is I sent out a random time. Another thing that I did, and it might not be on this campaign, no, it's not. Let me go back to my Steam article, because I had bad luck on this one. And it really inspired me to start to learn more about OneSignal. And now I'm going to just teach you guys. So I had this idea about Steemit. Is people don't tell you much about Steemit is because they're being crappy people, right? So I put a poop emoji. And I said, why are humans so selfish? Many people won't tell you this, but a new platform has emerged and it's called Steemit. There are normal Steemians that get paid with an average of $700 per post. So why haven't you heard about this? Well, we saw an opportunity to talk about it, blah, blah, blah. We explain all this in our comprehensive 3,000 word article, right? And it looks good, right? Like that, I mean, you want to kind of make your stuff look like an ad copy on Facebook ads or something and get people to like actually click that stuff. So I thought that that would do good, but let me just show you how much of a fail this actually was for me. Send it to Trent. And we're just going to copy the same stuff I did. And the image is going to be, oh, let's just do the normal article. Image, and then we're going to do the web push action button, and I'll show you what that is. Visit site. The launch URL is going to be this, and I'll teach you guys all this and later in this tutorial. And launch URL, hi, and next, and send immediately, and you're going to see the awesome push notification. Look at that. Why are humans so selfish? My whole thing, what I said, gone. All because of this image. And this was so embarrassing. It sent to like 300 plus people. Granted, I'm at like 500. We've grown a lot, but besides that, it's just, you gotta protect your butt with OneSignal and make sure you don't make the mistakes I did. So you don't want your ad to be like this, guys. You don't want it like that. You want to use, you want to have your icon, you want to have your title, this, all this. This is good. And then, of course, you want your image for Chrome. But here, and you want to have your buttons and all that too to visit the site and let them know. So this, you want this structure, but you do not want it like this. And it's kind of hard to kind of consume this because you're going to have Firefox users that don't have this image compatibility, so they need longer descriptions. So you can't please both worlds, but you can meet in the middle, and I'm about to show you how. So there's just few things that I did. Is I had no rhythm. You can see from my scent here, I did not send within a rhythm, and you want to kind of psychologically let your viewers know that, hey, I'm going to be sending you some notifications every week. And when you say every week, they probably expect it around the same day. And you can see, I mean, I went from 46 days ago to 28 days ago. This was another test. It just was like every 30 days, right? And then I kind of got better, went to 10, 46, then I went to 28. So these are kind of good. And then 21, 21. But recently, I have been doing it every week. And you can see here that a lot of people are clicking them actually, but I segment my audience, and that's another thing. I did not have segments. You always want to have segments because relevancy is the key when it comes to marketing, guys. Always make segments. I'll show you how to make segments in another video. I don't want to make this one too big. But I've got a guides, a motivation, a news, and a reviews. And just to be short, when they subscribe like I did, I'll show you that I am in a segment because my program takes that I was in the guides segment and it was over cryptocurrency. So I'm literally in a segment, we can see here, for guides, reviews, online marketing. So I probably should later make a actual segment which includes all people who like news, guides, and reviews and stuff like that. But these segments, what they do is they take those tags and they segment them into a group. So all the people who subscribed in the news, you can bet that they would be the ones who would like to look at the news. And the people who like the guides, well, that goes to everybody, because who doesn't want a money-making tutorial? So it's just awesome. Like, for your reviews and your advertisements, you kind of have an audience to play around with. You don't have to risk all your subscribers and stuff like that and send irrelevant content to something they might not want. So I can send all my reviews to my review segment. So that's really awesome. And the last thing that I did not do is I did not track my visitors. And a great way to do this is just put a UTM tag, which is just literally your URL. You're going to put a question mark, UTM equals, and then whatever you want. I put ONESIGNAL. And what this does is on your Google Analytics or your Jetpack stats, all that, any analytics software should pull in like this full URL here. That way you can kind of keep track on, hey, what's working, what's not working, how are people coming to my website. You have a UTM tag, you're categorizing everything. Again, it's all relevant, so you're just making everything organized and you're being efficient. You're being a great marketer. So now that I've showed you the mistakes I've made, let me show you how to actually not make those mistakes and make your first campaign, if not your an existing campaign. You might be an existing ONESIGNAL member, and I mean, that's okay too. So what you want to do is you want to go to New Message. And I'm going to be using my news article that I just did. I'm going to be doing a campaign over that for tomorrow at 8 o'clock a.m. because no one's on at 3 a.m. probably. So let's add a segment. Let's go to our news and press next. So the title, you want it to be really engaging. So something that really gets them. So I like to do all caps, and let's say it's an excellent time to buy crypto. Here, it's an excellent time to buy crypto. You need to check out this. And then I like to just play it safe with emojis, kind of get them thinking. And then I'm going to put a money making, you need to check out this money making news. It's kind of basic, but this is just for educational purposes. Make something that gains their attention. So in the title, it's ideal to use a emoji which has red in it, and it's red's attention getting, and it's an emoji. So a good example of that is this bell in this bell category, there should be a alert emoji somewhere, or it should be in here something. You can put this zap here. You can put, here it is, here's the alert. I like to put this alert, and I like to actually say that this is news, and there might be a news thing in here. To save some time, I'm just gonna look up news emoji, and most Chrome and Firefox should be able to, and basically any web browser should be able to support this. So this just kind of tells you an alert news. It's an excellent time to buy crypto. And then maybe I could do a money making, you know? Just be creative about it. So now we got a bunch of attention getting emojis and stuff, and it's probably more likely that you're going to get people to click your ad. So always add emojis. Your icon. This is going to be set up as default for OneSignal. I'll make a tutorial on how to set up your OneSignal account. But this icon is just essentially my Wealthy Hustler icon. You can see it here. It scales it, of course. And we're going to do the image. And I kind of have a complex algorithm for my image. But I'm just going to copy my image URL. And you put it in here. And that's just going to be that little image that showed up right there. And your button text. Your button text is going to be what they click. So say, view important news. Make stuff sound essential to their well-being. This is very essential to your guys' well-being. Like, this is really great news for cryptocurrency, and a lot of people would appreciate this news. So attract to those people that would appreciate that. Now the launch URL, you're just going to paste your URL, and I really recommend to add a UTM tag. So question mark UTM equals, and then I do OS. I might change it to OneSignal later, but I use OS. And the launch URL, you're going to just copy paste and put it in here. So that's awesome. And then I always make the priority set to high, and you are ready to go on, I believe. Just check your information. The time to live, you really don't have to worry about that because it goes up to 3 days, I believe, or you could make it to, I don't know what the, I'll get back to that in another tutorial. But what you can see here is you can schedule now. So like I said, tomorrow I'm going to do you can either do intelligent delivery, which is kind of being worked on. I've had some success with it. It's a little bittersweet, but I recommend optimizing by user time zone. And then I'm going to say I want to start my campaign at 8:31 a.m. in their local time zone, and it'll be in every time zone at 8 a.m. So that's pretty awesome because that meets kind of this criteria. And what you're gonna do, send at a particular time. So there's like a per user optimization, and what I believe this is just like per user. What do you want to do? And like this schedule is what starts this going to go. So right now it's going to start immediately, but for each user, it's going to send it at 8:31 a.m. in the morning. So this might send to some people over in, I don't know, China, India. I don't know the local time zone over there, but it would send over there because it's 8:31 a.m. That's pretty cool. Now we can click, we can check what we have here. So we have, it's an excellent time to buy crypto. You need to check out this money making news. And then here we go. So that's one way to do it. Now another way to make your image is actually put some work in it and do what I call it's called like a OneSignal featured image. So I thought outside of the box, and I have a little presentation thing. So this is what I have, and it's kind of sloppy. I need to really kind of look into this, but this is the image. This is the image that shows up. So what I'm doing is I'm showing an image because most of my people are Chrome users, and I'm actually putting text in this image. So it's kind of clever because I now have an image that I'm not really limited with my text, and I'm always guaranteed that it's there. So I can say Jamie, because this is about Jamie Dimon. Now we're gonna go to Save As, JPEG, and I'm just gonna save this as OneSignal. Jamie Dimon, I guess. Kind of cracks me up from what he said about Bitcoin lately. And I upload to imgur.com. And here it is. Boom, boom, boom. It's usually pretty fast with everything. It's weird. I have to like copy the image 3 times in order to get the exact image, but you get the exact image. This is what they'll see. So now we'll paste that image here and we'll press next. I want to send it to myself to show you guys what it will actually look like. And press confirm, and that, I mean, that looks pretty decent. Now, it kind of looks a little, I don't know, scaled, but you can definitely like look at this and be sure to change it and all that. So this is a really good strategy to use to get that extra outreach to your visitors that you've retained and worked for. So, and any Chrome user is going to see this, and this is awesome. You just want, like I said, you want to make sure that you optimize it to the best of your ability, and then that way when someone clicks it, they're right at your page. So I'm going to be having that campaign posted, set it up actually after this video. But one other thing I don't want you to completely dismay, and that is MailChimp. And we're going to be talking about MailChimp and setting up the campaigns with MailChimp in the next tutorial, and you can find it here. Alright guys, that about sums it up. If you loved this video, please share it with your friends.